Have you made a lot of money out of your music?
Money? I mean, how much is a lot of money to you?
Yeah, that's a good question. Have you made, say, millions of dollars?
No.
Are you a rich man?
What do you mean rich? What do you mean?
Do you have a lot of possessions? A lot of money in the bank?
Position make you rich?
Yo, peace on this beautiful Tuesday evening. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Hope all is swell. Hope everybody's being productive. Hope everybody's enjoying their evening, their day, whatever it is, their night, whatever it is, whatever time it is where you at. Hope it's enjoyable for you and your people. You heard? He and I know it's him. Slim Trim and I'm built to in your humble hopes. Trent is back again to talk about Erika Kirk, the war, and Charlie Kirk. You already know. Nap, I see you in the building. What up? The usual suspects are all in here. Yes, RBN. I won't forget. I shall not forget. Let me get this show rolling. New member. Shout out to RBN. Joining the gang.
I want some more motherfucking money.
Appreciate the support, my G, as usual. You know what it is. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Let me run the disclaimer real quick. Let me flying off into the show.
Content warning. This video is about a sensitive topic involving violence, assault, and loss of life. We've removed any graphic or descriptive content to comply with YouTube's guidelines. The aim of this video is to provide informative, factual journalism on tragic events in the public interest that does not dismiss its seriousness. All clips shown are under the doctrine of fair use for news reporting and analysis, and some points made in this video are simply opinions and theories. I'm not responsible for third-party information, and this video is being made purely for artistic, educational, documentary, and scientific purposes.
Yo! All right. I woke up to this crazy shit this morning. Punch the like button when you step into the town square. All is clean and all is fair. Yo. This is the shit I woke up to this morning. Oh my God. Running TPUSA. And now she's on the Air Force Academy board. So I said, what is the Air Force Academy board? Right. So I turned to the little Kermit meme when he be on the typewriter shit. I'm trying to figure this shit out. If Kamala has offered you something. Kamala now? Kamala now? Nah. I don't. Hold on, let me look at a picture of Kamala. Off topic like a motherfucker. Let me just see if I can find a picture of Kamala Harris now. Recent. Reaper has struck. My man, 100 grand.
I need money.
You know what? Sure, I'll take it. She can't laugh or talk though, but sure. I had to look at the picture though, because I had to look at the picture, bro. I just had to. I had to go look at the damn picture, bro. Reap, appreciate you, bro. As usual, you're supporting the channel, bro, helping us grow, helping us hit those markers. Big salute to you, Jay. I appreciate all the love and the support. You already know. I had to look at the picture, bro. She not fucked up. You can't say Kamala fucked up, dog. She's straight. What is her age? $61. Oh shit, she holding up pretty well for 61. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? This is the bullshit I woke up to this morning, right? Figure it out. All right, cool. But I'm so slow. I kept on reading. However, I was reading it, my brain wasn't processing it. That this is the Air Force Academy board. I'm like, Air Force Academy board. What the fuck is the Air Force Academy board? Obviously, all the branches of the United States military have academies. I was not reading it like that at all. For some reason, I just was not comprehending this shit. So I did what I do best. Type some shit in the motherfucking Google. You hear me? Close that. I just closed it. Boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. So the Air Force Academy is in Colorado. And what it is, it's the Armed Forces Academy for the Air Force. So there's Navy has one, Marine Corps has one, right? They all have one, from what I know. They all have one. The only people I think that don't have one is Space Force. The Space Force was just made the other day, right? So I don't think they have one. But if anything about Space Force is owned by Air Force, if I'm not mistaken. So they'll probably go through Air Force Academy. Just like Marine cats would go through the Naval Academy. Right. Because the Marine Corps is owned by the United States Navy. They are a department. They are a functioning body of the Navy. The Navy owns the Marine Corps. So quick read on what, after I figured out what they were talking about, step 2 was to read about the board, right? And it's responsible for advising the SecDef on matters, the Secretary of Defense, matters related to the Academy, including morale, discipline, curriculum, and fiscal affairs. The board consists of 16 members appointed by the President, Speaker of the House, and various congressional leaders. It provides recommendations on changes at the Academy and compiles annual reports on its operation. The board meets regularly to discuss and address issues affecting the Academy and its cadets. So they pretty much talk to, well, we don't have a Secretary of Defense anymore, right? It's called a Secretary of War nowadays, right? They wanted to change it up, so they changed it. Cool, whatever. Then she is on this board now, replacing Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was on this board prior to September 10th last year, obviously, right? What you got, big dog? What you got? Until they turn down the nerd, turn down voting, but she can get that. Yeah, straight like that. That's how it is sometimes out here in the streets, bro. It is what it is. What you want me to say? Appreciate the 5 bones, my G. But yeah. Tree Star, don't condone that madness he carrying over there. You hear me? So this is what they do. Right? All right, cool. Share this page. Erika Kirk, a widow of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, had been appointed to the U.S. Air Force Board of Visitors. This appointment was made by President Trump and serves to continue the legacy of her late husband. The Board of Visitors is responsible for making recommendations. All right, cool. We just pretty much read the last portion of it, right? Other members on the board, Senator. All right, cool. Erika Kirk's appointment was praised by the White House as a perfect choice to continue her husband's work of inspiring the next generation of service members and advancing the academy. What? How long have I been on? 14? What in the fuck are they talking about? Big G, what up? Tree Star General Kofa is in the town square. What up, boy? Yo, what are they talking about, son? What? What has she fucking done? To make you think that she's sufficient in brain capacity to fill the... Oh my God, son. This, hold on. This same person right here.
For my children. I have to be the sole provider for my children.
You are the sole provider for your children now, like you say, right? But you don't have to do shit because of the amount of millions of dollars that y'all took in. Let's be real. Donations at the wazoo. That's probably still pouring in. You have to be the sole provider. Like, you got to go out there and get a job now. You see how people say shit, dog? And it don't make no sense for real, for real. What are you? Okay, you are the sole provider. Cool. What does that look like for you? What does that look like for you? You working a 9 to 5? You already own TPUSA, right? Well, you're the CEO, right? Big dog. You took that from Charlie also. Not necessarily took it from him, but you know what I mean. When he was removed, you slid into that pocket. Now, you're a board member for the Air Force Academy, but you're the sole provider. For one, we ain't seen them kids in months. I'm gonna leave that alone. But for two, if you're the sole provider, wouldn't you want to stay your ass at home as much as possible? What are we missing here? What is going on? Somebody pinch me, punch me, kick me in the chest Because this shit got to be a dream. This shit can't be real. It cannot be real, dog. You sit there with them fucking tears, those eye taps with that stupid fucking napkin, and you sit there and you go on stage and you put yourself out there in front of people, and you on the fucking TV show, you on this fucking news broadcast, you on this news channel, you talking to everybody, doing all these interviews, tapping your fucking eyes with this with your fucking napkin. And you crying about being a sole provider for you. Shouldn't you want to stay your motherfucking ass at home, dog? I can't, I can't, I cannot. Trying to think, Christine Fouquet. She about to talk some jazz.
What the fuck? I have not felt
I got the same sentiment.
hatred for Erika Kirk. I haven't, hate the sin, love the sinner. I'll play that card. But I have never wanted to smack a bitch the way I want to smack a bitch right now. My God, 10 million from his Turning Point life insurance. I don't know how much his personal was, but he was good with money. I'm sure it was fine. All these various fundraising things set up, at least $20 million, millions of dollars, $20 given here and there by single moms who really fucking need it. Ugh. She has to be one of the most dislikable people on the planet.
Real talk. Nothing she says, nothing she does comes off as genuine. Like, she does not seem like she really lost her. She doesn't see, it seems so weird and off-putting. And like I said, if she had shut her ass up, stayed inside the house, on the couch, eating bonbons with the kids, with the moms, with the dad, with the family, isolated from all this, let TPUSA do what TPUSA do. Plug and play people to run the show while you get your shit together. Nobody'd say a word about Erika. There wouldn't be a word to say. Because people would then genuinely believe that she's actually grieving. Nothing she says or does comes across as genuine. It just don't hit. We've been saying this from day one. I said it day one when that memorial service looked like a fucking campaign trail. Like they was campaigning. Like they was out there for votes. I said that shit day one. There's this thing that humans have inside of us, right? And when you see somebody genuinely hurting inside, you be like, damn. You tend to feel it, right? You be like, ugh, that shit gotta be rough. That's the shit that we can't really describe, right? It's like God Wi-Fi, right? It's like things that exist in the ether. It's like you can't explain how you think about somebody, and then 15 minutes later, they call your phone. Or you in the grocery store and you walk right, oh damn, G, damn, that's crazy. I was just thinking about you, G. God Wi-Fi shit. Shit that exists in the ethers of life. It's real. You can't touch it though. She does not connect at all, son. Never had since day one. I said that shit from that damn memorial show. Hold on one second. Yeah, I'm back. That was that's my baby dog. But yeah, back to what we was going at, bro. Nothing she does resonates. It does not resonate. There is no, it's nothing there. Like even the God we feel, you have a feeling still. You still feel something, right? That's how I'm glad I have these feelings. Like my soul is still attached. I'm still connected to the God we feel. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get put off the signal. It's just so dry, dog. Go ahead, Miss Fekete. Her name is crazy. It's like Fekete, Fekete. Sounds French like a motherfucker.
All this aside, all this, like, if you didn't know Charlie, my God, if you worked with her, if you went to school with her, message me, please. I want to know. So unlikable.
That fool said sound like a gang. Fekete. Boy, you fool. She be bombing. Yo, she be on her heels, bro. I like her. Christine Fekete. I fuss with her. I do. Let's watch another one of her videos. Why they didn't kick it? Should have kicked it. It just added it. All right, that's new.
Erika and Kirk. Why do I believe that Erika and Charlie Kirk actually have children, that these two children do exist? Because I don't think Charlie would lie about having kids. Erika, on the other hand, as we've seen, lies like she breathes, like she has it down to an art form, but not like a Monet, more like a Picasso that's kind of like twisted, eyeball and face. Somebody whose brother was a priest, and after Charlie died, the priest felt like he could share about how close Charlie was to converting to Catholicism and how he would come to church with the kids, and so to specifically mention the kids. Think about how much information has been leaked from the Turning Point office. They don't really seem to like her nor respect her. If this were a lie she was propagating, somebody would say something. Also, I think Candace Owens would have said it.
Or she's talking low. That's her.
Those are solid enough reasons, I think, in and of themselves. But the question remains, why did she hide out when she was pregnant? I think for nothing more than her vanity. In her interview with Megyn Kelly, she said that she was joking with Charlie that she was going to weigh more than he did, and that she got to like eat what she wanted and could tell Charlie to just go get her a milkshake, and how he wouldn't drink it because he was maintaining his health. The In-N-Out burgers. There's something very specific that backs up this vanity observation I've made, which I don't think is a stretch for anybody. It's the fact that she has used the same picture for her promotions for almost 10 years. Even the memorial, the event of the century, as she called it, upcoming engagements, any promotion you've seen for an interview or for an event, this is the picture. It was taken when she worked at the Cochrane Group, the real estate group out of New York City. What I could tell by the record, she didn't sell anything. But she was also getting ready for a reality TV show.
Yeah. I just, my brain is no shit dead ass locked out on this shit. I'm trying to get my daughter some food also right now. So give me a break. How do you sit there with tears? This is prior to all this shit, because this shit was this morning. So Fekete ain't see any of that shit and then made the video. Fekete Ben made this video. This video is like, I think Fekete dropped this video last week. This weekend. Bright and early Tuesday morning. She's not one of the Then you hear these rumors of my God, of Charlie talking about. They say this is what they're saying that Charlie said, and you could and when you're looking at shit down the range, long play wise, These look like little onesies, twosies that put people in these certain slots. Because now she's have direct line to the Secretary of War. Hold on, let me pull it. There's this hold on, I might could find it faster this way. I don't think I saved that one though. This is today. No, I don't need that one. No. All right, I think this is it.
Effectively,
This is it.
to cast something more broadly to the public. What they cast was, she's a grieving widow. That's what Charlie would have wanted. 6 feet social distancing. To what end, though? To what end? I believe it's pretty obvious now. There was an ultimate goal of raising Erika's political profile as a potential presidential candidate down the line. Actually, that was explicitly and almost immediately seeded by her dear friend, part-time homosexual deviant, Tyler Boyer, who she can't remember how she met. Take a listen to what he said a mere 12 days after Charlie's assassination.
Do you see politics in her future down the road?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I had conversations.
Yeah, this is it.
He was like, man, Erika could be so much bigger and better than me at almost everything. We laugh all the time about it because people were like, Charlie was going to be president someday. He believed firmly that Erika was going to be president someday.
Well, there it is again. Them telling us the private conversations were the exact opposite of everything that Charlie was saying publicly. Women, get married, have children, have lots of children, stay home. That's more important. The days leading up, Erika said she stayed back because Charlie said home needs you. That's why she didn't go to the September 10th event. They were just on a tour. Charlie was just every day telling people that family's the most important thing. But privately, when he sat down with Tyler Boyer, he was like, Erika's going to be president. That's what I want for my wife. I want her to be president and to be also the CEO and chairman in the event of my death. And, he wasn't the only.
What is going on, dog? This shit can't be real, bro. It really can't be real, son.
This is the same place?
I think so. That's the only place that's on there. Yeah. This can't be real. This shit is mind blowing. It's like a movie. Now, if you think about it downrange for 2 seconds, right? She gets this play right here. So now she's in contact with the Secretary of War, close to the White House, just like Charlie was. Now you hear what these goofs are saying in these videos here. You could see how it's a long range play to put her name in the political sphere. Do you think Charlie Kirk would want this woman to not be at home with the children? Let the company do what the company do? You think Charlie would want her working? When now definitely only have one parent? When they definitely missing their dad? You see how this shit don't do nil, bro. I'm trying not to spat. I'm trying my very best.
One, because you got to go backward to really realize how deranged everything was. Here
Why does
is
it sound so
Frank
low?
Turek on October 7th, just 3 weeks following Charlie's assassination. Take a listen.
I used to say to him, the ticket in 2028 is going to be Vance Kirk. And I said, I don't know if you want to take it because I don't think you're going to have the same effect as the president of Turning Point USA. But
No.
You know what? Between you and me and our listeners, I'm not giving up on the Vance Kirk ticket.
Well, no. It's very exciting.
Look at his goofy ass cheese. Look at their faces, dog. Look at their face. What? Now I'm not giving up on the Kirk ticket. Get it? Because she's Erika Kirk. To the Kirk Vance ticket could still be a real play that they could play with. So Leon, I see you. Welcome back to the town square. You know what it is.
Here and there, but,
I think Erika would be an amazing president someday.
The chicken and then come with the rice.
That, my friends, would be an
I think you
example
got rice
of
separate.
Ritter described diabolical
So just get
psychology.
chicken.
Like, oh, Charlie was going to be the president, but you know what? It was Vance Kirk is what we were hoping for. But now he's gone. I just realized we don't have to let go of that hope because there's still a Kirk and there's still a President Vance. That could be really beautiful and exciting. Could be what Charlie wanted in the end. And of course, here is the very and always excited Mikey McCoy echoing that sentiment. Take a listen.
he left behind these blueprints for her, and
for you.
Yeah, there you go.
And for you, Mikey.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we don't really ever know what the outcome's going to be. I definitely thought maybe there would be a Vance Kirk ticket. Maybe there still will be a Vance Kirk ticket.
Beautiful, just beautiful, isn't it? Who could deny this sort of a destiny? Erika being the president in her husband's place, and they're smiling and they're laughing about that plausibility. And we're never going to see those blueprints, guys. But they did say to Mikey McCoy, my 21-year-old person who I have no idea how he even got this job as chief of staff, but these blueprints are for you. I didn't responsibly give them to someone that was running my estate, lawyers. No, I wanted to leave these for you and to Erika because I don't know, she just would understand these blueprints. With everything that I have thus far uncovered about Erika, I do believe that was her ultimate goal, the White House. I think Elizabeth Lane read Erika correctly when she posited that she may be a psychopath because, in my opinion, only a psychopath could, after her husband's public assassination, offer a raise to Dan Flood, the security guard who failed Charlie in every possible manner and way on September 10th. Only a psychopath who does not experience human emotions in the way that humans experience them would be capable of offering and then giving an in-home interview to the New York Times in the immediate days following her husband's assassination. The New York Times, a publication who her husband hated, and would then tell that journalist that the least traumatizing part was the idea of raising her children without a father, okay? A psychopath is the best answer that I can come up with for why she felt compelled to go into the office the same week and to bring her kids every day.
Yo, something's wrong with that lady, bro. Something is really, really, really wrong, son. And people sit there and they make excuses for silly shit like this, dog. Constantly, nonstop. Dog, excuse me, bro. I'm finishing up this shit right now. I'm done. All right, I'm back. I am back. Appreciate the patience, dog. The thing that breaks me is that she lied to Charlie about being a. Oh, fuck no, bro. Oh, hell no.
Rather than tending to their every emotional need at home, as they come to the realization that they will never see their father ever again.
Thank you.
A psychopath is my best explanation. My best explanation for why she told Jesse Waters that she had zero fear. None at all. No, she wasn't scared to walk out the door the very next day with her kids in tow. I think nearly everyone in the world felt a little less safe in the days following Charlie's assassination. Not his wife, Erika Kirk, no. Erika lies pathologically, and the media is trying to tell us that it's perfectly understandable, relatable even. It's actually divine. She lies because she's so godly that she forgave the person who allegedly murdered her husband before she even saw evidence of his guilt. And despite an overwhelming amount of evidence mounting to the contrary, Erika is so godly that she even helped to validate the implausible parts of the narrative regarding Tyler Robinson. The implausible parts, like the neck stopping a 30-06 bullet. She came up and crafted the Superman steel neck and all. No questions did she have, just faith.
This is what I think. This is what's been spinning in the back of my mind. After I brought up the whole siren, after I brought up the MKs and all the programs that we know exist that have been laid out in front because they couldn't lie no more, pretty much. So now we know all these programs existed. We know that their ramifications of. We know how far they stretched, pretty much to a certain extent. You never really know how far these programs really stretched, right? Or how long it's affected, right? Because it can swap the program. Oh, this one's done. You start up a whole new program. That one's done. You figured out that one's done. Oh, it's not up and running no more. All right, cool. Moving on. I think the connection between the armed forces connection that she got all the way from Romania, all the way down to where they at in Arizona, right? Sierra Vista, Arizona, down there in that area, right? I think she goes in there from time to time and gets reprogrammed. So I don't think that's a human being. I think that's I told you, she gives off that siren energy. She gives off that siren energy. Somebody else wrote something else. I ran into it was pretty dope. But I still think honeypot operation, right? Go in there, capture his heart, become the all-American conservative Christian blonde white wife, and you're very humble, you're very demure, right? This whole setup shit, that's honeypot shit, if you ask me. I've been on this topic way too fucking long for today, but that's what I'm getting from it. You hear me? That's what I'm getting from it. They was all in on it. As soon as he backed out of dealing with them Zionists, she reported it in. They did what they had to do. They start putting plays in play already. And when they had to figuratively pull the trigger on it, they pulled the trigger on it, made it happen. Especially you start hearing about how that whole UVU thing popped up. That whole UVU campus thing popped up. And then come to find out they never planned the security detail or the security plan for the next show after that. It's too much. That man should be alive. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. She's yeah. I saw that too. I ran into that a couple months ago. Either late last year or early this year. I ran into that for sure. I know you're talking about the country singer. That's a crock of shit. Let's push on to the Charlie Kirk part of the show. I'm gonna take a quick spinny, you hear me? And then we're gonna load the next topic. Y'all appreciate all the support, appreciate the love. Hit them buttons on the way into the town square where all is clean and all is fair. Ladies, kick up your feet, relax your hair. Only wine, no shots, and no beers. Let me get this other one prepped up for y'all. Quick spinny, you heard? Spin it.
Said that if Charlie Blake
and we bike your y'all know it's a peace, prosperity thing. Y'all know it's a love thing from here to there. Let me back at it. This is a Charlie Kirk segment of the show. Then we'll talk about the war. Just bear with me. You hear me? We're only at the 45-minute mark. We still pushing good time. We good. So this man is gone. I knew of him prior to him being violently snatched off the census. He will no longer be in the census for Arizona, for America, for the globe. He's now on the heavenly census list, right? when Moses and them walk around, he's there with them now. Tragic fucking shit. Let's be honest, bro. We sat there, and for the whole day on the Twitter, on the TikTok, I still have the videos. On IG, on I don't think they were showing it on TV, blatant like that. I don't watch TV, so I wouldn't know, right? But all these apps that we use, but those I only use Twitter and IG. We watched this man slump over, and the red fluid from inside his body leaked out of his neck. We watched it all day. That shit is tragic, dog. That man should be at home with his 2 children, relaxing. Tucking him in at nighttime, taking him outside to the park and put what is going on, bro? And in the wake of him being violently snatched off the planet, you had all these people running around here with every fucking bad thing to say about this man. He's a racist. He don't like blacks. He don't this. He don't that. He's a phobic. He's a ist. That's to tell you how sick people really fucking are in their mind. And we live in a sick, contaminated, evil fucking world. You know why I keep my Slimer with me, dog? Because I want to go home. I don't keep my Slimer on me to make sure you don't go home. I keep my Slimer with me so I get to go home. So if the situation gets that fucking dire and it comes down to we got to make some hard up, life-changing decisions, I'd rather go to court and tell one fucking story. I'd rather go to court and be the only witness. I'd rather go to court and be the only person that has a story to tell. I'd rather go home and see my child and wake up the next day and take my child to school. That's what I'd rather do. That's why I keep a hammer with me. For 9 hours. Strictly defense. It is strictly defense. I'm out the way of all this madness that people like to carry on with. Exactly, Tree Star. Stay prepared. That's it. Staying prepared. Being aware. Nice and easy. Real simple like. But this man is not here. And they still use his name as this. I don't like it. Something is off and something is wrong. Something is off and something is wrong. Why are you still using this man's name like this? I asked Red and them the other night, am I tripping because she keeps saying my husband, my husband, my husband? You don't have a husband anymore. I think that is also weird. I think it's a play on words to be grabbing strings, tugging at people's emotional sphere. That's what I think. I could be wrong. But that's the way it comes across to me. The same way they still using his name. How is it the Charlie Kirk show and Charlie Kirk is not there? They biting off his name, eating off his name, feeding. That's what I think. That's how it comes across to me from where I'm sitting, the comfortability of me casa. It comes across like they constantly bleed his name for every single piece of attention, for every single dime they could garner from it, from every single click, like, retweet, repost, whatever it is. I tell you, that man sat at that table and looked around and realized he was in a den of snakes. He knew something was wrong, and people around him knew enough and was not sharing it with him. Yeah, when you think about this shit is fucking heartbreaking, right? It really, when you start to really sit back and go through the timeline of events, and you start looking at it, the more we learn, the more that's revealed. This shit is sick. Because life wasn't sacred to them. No. Because it's not, because what they want to do, they want to align themselves with them people, and them people has say so. Now think about this, and I keep saying it. Look how far his reach was, how much he galvanized the next couple of decades of voters. Now, if he's playing to his own tune and not the tune to the people who donated, right? Big donors tend to want to have say-so in what you present and speak about. If he's moving away from that, also said we lost a big donor, he galvanized, coast took. People overseas knew who this dude was, bro. People overseas knew who this dude was. They didn't look to him for perfection. They looked to him for information, to things that they could go look up for themselves, things that they could go seek in themselves. They looked for him to talk about God. But the snakes in that den that he figured out that he was in decided that, you know what? Get him out of here, G. Get him out of there. Because we're about to lose a lot of what? Moolah, fetty, bread, cheese, Skrilla, greenbacks, notes, dollar bills. That's why they got rid of him. So they could keep this thing going, because we have seen signs of laundering. They could launder all the money they want and put it wherever they want to put it at. And cash each other out, cash him out. We've seen it. Shout out to the Dankster. Shout out to Wolves of Wolves in Finance. Them boys went in there and did forensic looks. They really looked at this document. Now, furthermore, you want to talk about the geofencing shit. Dog, yo, it's too much. It's too much. People are going to churches and having their phones geofenced. So this is what I thought geofencing was. And I'm not a computer person. Y'all all know that by now. Y'all know I call Village Tech Support in a heartbeat. ASAP. I thought geofencing was locking out information from coming in. So like how VPNs became popular, I could use the VPN, act like I'm in Russia, and watch old episodes of Seinfeld. I thought that's what geofencing was. I thought geofencing kept you inside of a certain parameter so you can't see things outside of that parameter that they say they don't want you to see, whatever the case is. Whoever's making these fucking stupid laws, right? You know what geofencing? They could actually use your phone and kind of tap into the phone and start sending you ads. Start putting shit in their phone. It's insane. But now I'm in the phone. When you leave out of if you leave out the presence of the geofence, your phone is still pinging on other phones. So if my phone, let's say my phone, Celine phone, Reaper phone, and RN phone ping every day, and it pings in the normal hours of, let's say, people being at home. And then the regular working hours, these phones aren't pinging. Do you not know that they could figure out that all four of us live together? This phone comes into proximity to this phone around this time. This phone is in proximity to this phone at this time. This phone, oh, look, all four phones are in proximity. Oh, look, in the morning time, this phone leaves out first. An hour later, this phone leaves out. Oh, this phone leaves out 15 minutes. Now they just built a profile of what you're doing that day. Dog, I'm done.
Any thoughts?
You know, it's... Erika said that if Charlie was given the choice to undo what happened and come back, he wouldn't, she thought, because of what was unleashed by it.
Right. That type of dumb shit. And good old Baron on their fucking heels like usual. Baron Coleman said, listen carefully to this. Blakeness Speed claims Erika said that Charlie would not undo September 10th. He wouldn't undo it. He'd be okay with it because of the outcomes of people tapping into, let's say, religion and conservative shit and being conservative in nature. So like it is so easy to tell them they're full of shit. The family man, I'd rather be knocked off than raised and be my dog. I tell you, I'm trying to keep it in one sock, bro. I am trying to stay in the lanes. I really am trying to stay in the lanes, but people sit here and eat this shit up like they don't have two brain cells they could rub together and just say something does not seem right. A man that spoke freely every day of his life. Y'all relating shit that apparently he said. This man spoke every day of his life to thousands of people, maybe even millions of people, dog. I know he don't got no thousand and subscribers like me. He got buku subscribers, dumb subscribers. That I do know. Millions of people listen to this man on a weekly basis. And after all this, he ain't never say none of the shit that y'all saying that he fucking said. Are people rubbing their... I'm fucking done. I can't fucking deal with this shit, bro. I'm ready to talk about this Iran shit. That he wouldn't undo September. I'm not saying the S word, right? I'm saying September 10th. But I am reading Baron Cole's tweet. Shout out to Baron Cole, my G. What up, boy? Salute to you. Now, Baron Coleman's smart too. I like Baron. Baron is extremely smart. But like we say all the time, he's a disciplined person. Like his discipline scholastically is law. He's an attorney. I'm not sure if he's still practicing, but I know that that's his discipline. That's what he went to school for. That was his profession, et cetera, et cetera. So his brain works like that, just like TLA. You can see how TLA brain works. Lionel Nation. Shout out to Lionel Nation. Another smart dude with a crazy vocabulary. Attorney. You could see how their brain formulates thoughts, asks questions. Their brain is pretty much designed that way. So they make extremely dope content. Shout out to them, bro. I love y'all, man. Peace. He wouldn't undo September 10th and raise his youths, his kids. He wouldn't walk his daughter down the aisle. He won't throw a ball with his son, wake up and kiss the wife, hold his grandkids, or anything else. The family. That's what doesn't grip. It doesn't grip. Right? Rubber don't touch road with this shit. It's like it's hydroplaning constantly. The rubber not on the road. Charlie cared about faith and more than anything wanted to inspire a faith revival in America and among young people in particular. That is clearly what Erika was referring to. None of us should seek martyrdom, but a martyr's crown is a glorious one. Posts like these are despicable. No, it's not despicable that people are asking questions. Because this shit don't fucking make sense. Shout out to Baron for pressing down on this shit, G. Candace pressed down on them too. Hella hard, hella fast. Boom, here we go. So I take it down from the stream if there's nothing wrong with it, or are they pressing down? And then Blake right here. Blake, he's nice too. I think he drops every day. This guy Blake. I think he drops I see him all the time on Twitter. I gotta catch one of his shows, man. I've been missing his shows. I gotta catch one of them, pull up and show some love. But he talks about all of it. He's especially hooked on the event itself, right? Neff released the video from behind. Charlie, put your money where your mouth is. If it's really a strap, prove it. Terry L. Who the hell is Terry L? Give it to Canada. Why don't y'all just show us prove was a strap? Okay, so yeah, he's on the belief too, like how I'm on the belief that it was a charge bombas. Comprende? Yeah, that was they banging on them dudes, man. Well, yeah, y'all. I don't feel sorry for none of them. They earned that shit. But that's it for Charlie. I think that's it for that segment, bro. I think if it's not it, I'm already cooked and I'm ready. Ah! I'm gonna slap somebody. Yo, quick spinny dog, and we going right back at it. Talk about this Iran scenario. It's madness. Everywhere you turn, it's madness. Nothing really seems to be sensing right now. You hear me? If y'all know it's a love thing from here to there, hold your head. Stay stay aware, right? Stay diligent. Stay paying attention. Right, stay being prepared, shit like that. You're right back. Quick spinny, you heard? Hit them buttons. Turn this shit up, you heard? Like the great Charles Dickens says, it was the fuck around it sometimes. It was the find out sometimes. This is hard body. I think I want to use this as one of my thumbnails. The fuck is that? I ain't heard a plane fly over my spot in a minute. Damn that motherfucker loud. Hold on, let me close this damn window. Yeah, G, I heard a plane fly over my spot in a minute. It's been months that I heard a plane come straight over my spot. That's wild. Boom draw. All right, let's talk about this Iran war scenario. Where do you want to start? 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 So much, bro. Let's start with this one.
Fucking news. Iran has just chosen their new supreme leader. And bitch, the US and Israel just gave this man a Batman story. You tell me what the new supreme leader is going to do after I read you these facts. Facts. These are the facts of what happened in the war in the first 3 days and why this supreme leader could be so dangerous. So the first supreme leader's son, Qaemi's son, has just been appointed to be the new supreme leader of Iran. You know, the guy that Trump assassinated with the United States military? Yeah, his father. His son is now in charge.
Sean, that full name is Mojtaba Khamenei. Mojtaba. That's a crazy ass name, boy.
Mojtaba Khamenei is more radical and anti-US than his father. He lost his mother because of the US and Israel strikes. He lost his wife because of the US and Israel strikes. And one of his sons, he lost in the US and Israel strikes, along with his father in the US and Israel strikes. This man lost his entire family for the US, and Iran is choosing to not back down as tensions are rising. Congrats. This is the new supreme leader. And do you...
So he looked like he don't got a kick. He look like that damn picture we just looked at with the new Charles Dickens. with the new Charles Dickens, because that ain't what Charles Dickens ever fucking said. He look like he don't got no energy for the bullshit, bruh. Facts 2 months. What you got, Tree Star? Facts 2 months. You know, that dumb stuff. Shit. Yeah. Shit, it's tweaky outside right now, Sean. So he look like he don't got no time to play with nobody. Does this dude, bro, does this dude look like he want to play with anybody, son?
think that he looks wrapped too tight? And let me ask you something. Do you think that he's going to let this shit go? Breaking fucking news.
Dog, let me explain something to y'all. I don't know if y'all, I know, yeah, majority of y'all been here when we talked about this Iran shit. Yo, my man's lost. All right, Where is it? Come on. Come on, Lee. This is who all got knocked in that hit. This is all who got knocked. This is only military people. That's all. Okay? It's only military people up here. Ayatollah Khamenei. Security Council member. Another IRGC commander. Head of Intel. Head of Military Bureau. Defense Minister. I know that. Yeah, the Defense Minister. Yeah, that was a crazy one. That was a crazy one. Chairman of SDNP organization. I don't know what that is. SPND. I'll pull it on the side. Is it SPND? Yeah, SPND. Iran. Let's see what comes up. What does it stand for? That's what I want to know. SPDN is Organization Defense Initiative and Research. Okay, got it. Got it. Cool. That's who them guys are. All right, cool. Bye. And the chief, they knocked hella motherfuckers off, right? And that was the first day or the second. It was crazy. So what happened was, from what I picked up from the Twitter, from IG and all these other little news channels, mostly from Twitter, was they was headed to a meeting. Intel went out that them dudes was in close proximity, and I think hold on, let me get ahead of the game. I think it was Palantir in them. That was running that surveillance, that was running whatever tech they run, picked up on the signals, picked up on the intel, and they hit them. Okay. I'm not tripping, right? This is a part of war. People are going to be knocked. Why is Kamala still up here? Get your long hair. Forget you going to. Thank you. Good shit though. I fucks with your content. I do. All right, boom. Back to here. Especially people who sign up, right, for the core, and so IRGC's Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. That's pretty much their Marine Corps, I guess, or their army, right? Whatever the fuck they are. But that's what the when you hear IRGC, that's what they're talking about. They're military forces, right? Well, a part of their military force, not the whole military force. In this attack, when they knocked off the OG, I call him OG, right? Ayatollah, they also did this. Zara Mohammadi Gol Pay Johnny. Yo, these names, boy. 14-month-old granddaughter of Iran's Ayatollah was knocked along with her family during the strikes. So that's this dude. That's this dude's niece. His sister. And apparently, I don't know if it's his direct mom, but one of the wives or one of the moms were killed also in that attack. So they hit them hard, and they hit them at the very core. You know what I'm saying? They hit innocents, and shit happens. I'm not going down that trail of no. Things happen in the war. But you think Stoneface, you think he want to hear that shit? Think about it. Think about what he lost. My man's sitting in Iran right now.
I want war with all of you.
I'm almost positive that's how he feeling. Daddy, sister, niece. I don't know if it's his mom, because you know how they practice Islam, right? They practice Islam with the many houses, many queens, one king, right? I don't know if it was his mom, but he ain't playing, son. I don't see this man playing with nobody. And another clip went out today on Twitter. I don't know if I saved it. I don't know if I saved this, or just if I saved it, we'll watch it. I don't know if I saved it. I don't know if I booked it. But the quick write-up right here is the third supreme leader of the Islamic Republic. Yeah, oh yeah, it's called an Islamic Republic. That's crazy. I've never heard that until I've heard about Iran being called an Islamic Republic. They attach their religious state to their government state. I've never heard that. I've heard democratic republics. I've heard about republics. I've never heard about Islamic Republic, right? But this thing says right here, Mom Dukes, one of his sisters, and his daddy and his niece. That's what that report is I'm giving out. So it probably is his mom. You think this motherfucker finna smile with anybody, bro? That's why he not dog. That dude don't look like he coming to play with nobody, son. And one of the reports that came out is about leaders talking, and pretty much they said we ain't jacking no ceasefire right now. We're not jacking that shit. We're not going for that shit. That's the word on the street. They're not going for it. Fair enough. This is the grimy parts of the grimy shit, right? Like the thing that nobody wants. These are the parts of it. We'll watch a video in a little bit, but I wanted to show you. Is this the video? That's the Tomahawk. I don't know if you heard about the Tomahawk video in the school for girls over there that got knocked over by a Tomahawk. But we watching it, G. Fuck it. We in there. I don't care.
Any responsibility.
Well, I haven't seen it. And I will say that the Tomahawk, which is one of the most powerful weapons around, is used by, is sold and used by other countries, you know that. And whether it's Iran, who also has some Tomahawks, I wish they had more. But whether it's Iran or somebody else, the fact that a Tomahawk is very generic. It's sold to other countries. But that's being investigated right now.
Tomahawk missile likely destroyed.
The only operators of the Tomahawk missile, U.S. Navy, Royal Australian Navy, Royal Netherlands Navy, Royal Navy. Iran has 0 Tomahawk missiles.
That Iranian girls.
They don't even have the same tech. They don't even have the same fucking tech. But we're rolling on. I leave that there. I will leave that there. But you got Big Kobe. I know this is serious, but he has too much money to treat. Bro, sometimes I need to laugh through it, bro. Appreciate the laugh, bro. I knew what you were saying. When I read it twice, I figured out what you were saying. Appreciate the laugh, bro. Sometimes you gotta laugh through madness, bro. All right, coping, whatever you cope. Sometimes laughter is the best coping mechanism, honestly. All right. So as we all know, it's no secret how unpopular this thing is. That's not a secret. It's very unpopular and people are not fucking with it. People don't want troops over there. People don't want shit being bombed, especially when it ain't really got shit to do with us, right? They ain't jacking that shit right now. We all know this. It's in the polls. It's everywhere. It's not even something that we could sit here and act funny about or act like this is some made up bullshit. They ain't going for it. So in recent, I'll give you yesterday's news and then I'll give you today's news, right? Oh yeah, people don't want this shit. People want to be put first, right? By the elected people, selected people. They want security here. They don't want to feel mistreated here. Furthermore, while you're being mistreated, you want to sling. No, they ain't jacking it. They are not jacking this shit at all. Let's go about yesterday's news, because yesterday I was over there by Red. Shout out to Red. And we was kicking it over there. We had an amazing time. So yesterday's news kicked off at nighttime with this right here. Let me share it again because I stopped sharing. We probably only got like 30 minutes left, bro. For real. Thanks for kicking it, hanging out, conversating, hitting the buttons, trying to push this into the algo. Instead of just people just bumping their fucking gums by drama and bullshit all fucking day. Thanks for pushing sensible content into the algorithm. You hear me? Y'all know it's a love thing. Big salute to y'all. Everybody who support, everybody who do the extra and reach into the wallet and toss some coins my way, man. Y'all know it's a love thing for sure, for real, for real, for real. And I really do appreciate it, man. So yesterday news kicked off with this. It seems that David Barnea, the head of the Mossad, we all know who Mossad is, has been targeted and knocked. Reports coming in just minutes ago. Significant setback. Falersi, the operation against Mossad had begun, and looks like America's considering pulling back to its own territory. I don't really put too much feasibility in the last part of it, or if this story is actually true. But this is what's being reported. This is what's flying through the Twitter spaces. They said that Netanyahu got knocked last week. Now they say he got knocked last night also. Cool. The next one is... the video. Apparently, that's the one he got knocked in. I saw it many different places last night. That's the only reason I'm bringing it to you. I saw it many different places. Apparently, also last night, Ben Gurin, the security guy, was in a car accident, right? And apparently, he ain't gonna make it. That's word on the street. That's last night's news. I started talking about it a little bit when I was over there by Red last night, just to preload for today, but that's the word on the street. This is RT, so
killing Ali Khamenei. Let's
kind of take what, you know. Yeah, you got to take these things with a grain of salt, my G, to be honest, for real. And you got to kind of like vet out what's being given. I'm giving this saying that all this is alleged, right? Let me click the button again, G. Before you do try to say I'm pushing propaganda. I'm not. We're just talking about things. It's like we're supposed to. You hear me? I already dropped the disclaimer earlier on. I know. Shout at the Trap Law Ross. I sniped you for the disclaimer. That shit was dope. It was clean. It was perfect. If you got a problem with me using it, let me know. I won't use it no more, dog. Shout out to you, though.
You know, the Iranians are showing an ability to get intelligence information inputs in the morning and strike in the afternoon with deadly effect. And also, they're starting to expand their target deck. Remember, they didn't invent the concept of regime change. That was Israel on day one, killing Ali Khamenei. Last night, the Iranians struck the home of Benjamin Netanyahu. They killed his brother. They struck the home of Ben Gvir. He is seriously wounded, may not survive. Iran is going to start to take out the totality of Israel's leadership. This is the reality of this conflict. Israel played the regime change game. It's going to be the Israelis that are going to be paying the highest price. The Iranians are no longer wearing kid gloves. They've taken them off and they're coming in bare knuckle.
They're reporting it. This is interesting. I looked it up as soon as you said it. The BBC is reporting it as Ben Gvir.
Hey, yo. You can't. Nah, you got to say the whole name, bro. You got to say the whole name. You can't. Nah. I ain't going for that shit. Nope. No. British Broadcasting Channel. I ain't going for that shit. No, I'm not doing that shit, bro. No. Say the whole fucking name like a man. What the fuck is wrong with this dude, bro?
Was in a car accident last night. Does that surprise you?
You know, they can report it any way they want. We know that his home is on fire. So maybe he crashed his car into his house.
That's interesting. I mean, the only
go for it. He tweaking, dog. He need his motherfucking ass whooped for that shit. They want some BBC and all that shit, bro. You a man. You a grown man. I'm a grown man over here in this room. You talking about another grown man talking about some BB? What's wrong, man?
The reason I just can't help but be amused by this, because it would not surprise me for the BBC to provide.
This motherfucker said it twice, G. This motherfucker is a violator. He's a habitual fucking line stepper. Yeah, he's talking about black. Yeah, he is. He is. Habitual fucking line stepper, dog. Once wasn't good enough. You had to. Sound cold. I don't got time for this shit, bro. I swear. It's dog. Something wrong with him, bro. Yes, bro. He's a line stepper.
Cover for a story like this. Yeah, you and I
now know that the BBC.
Now you too. All right. Okay. Y'all motherfuckers flirting. Yeah, they flirting. Yeah, they flirting, G. I can't deal with this shit. I ain't got time for this shit. Y'all laughing. What the fuck wrong with it? Son. That's wrong. It is wrong. Oh shit. Lord have mercy on my soul. And you joined right in. You just couldn't wait to jump in, huh? Boy, that nasty dog. And you see they both smirk. Son, all right, y'all think I'm tweaking. All right, they tweaking. I ain't tweaking my shit.
Reporters that work overseas are vetted by MI6 before they're allowed to take on their assignments.
So he's also reporting on Buddy being in a car accident, right? And probably not making it. We don't know. I think Netanyahu is still alive. I do think Netanyahu is still alive. I do. This guy, Mossad guy, I think he's not. I'm still waiting to vet this shit out properly, and more information is going to come out through time, right? I'm waiting for more information. Every day something's happening. Every day something's going on. Every day it's attacks here, attacks there. How much attack, the volume of attack, it's getting crazy. We'll get out the 6th grade one. Bro, come on with the game, bro. Probably not, man. We probably just ain't gonna graduate this motherfucker. Probably just ain't gonna graduate, you hear me? But this is him, Gurren. Ben Gurren. That's his house that's on fire back there. That's his house. So, reality-wise, if Stone Age caveman Iran could get intel this clean, intel this accurate. That's the word. Intel this accurate to make calculated strikes like this, bro. Iran not in the Stone Ages, and that's something that I think we all have to just digest in a state of reality. And I'll show you another chart in a little bit about, because we got to talk about some other news that happened yesterday. I ran across it yesterday. Yes, yesterday morning, I ran across this information. Let me just grab it real quick. We fly through that, and then we'll talk about something that's here we go right here. All right, let's close this one out. that I was just referring to. So we're looking at this. It's like a graph analysis, right? I don't know if you can see properly. Okay, but okay, I'll read it to you. The yellow bar is Iran's missiles. The blue bar is Israel. Jesus Christ. Fuck. It's Israeli strikes. The red bar is US strikes. Look. Somebody else not graduating the 6th grade either, clearly. Clearly, you're not graduating the 6th grade. Welcome to remedial school, motherfuckers. Talking about some BBC. What a BBC? Where that? Oh yeah, you definitely not graduating. So they screening it from the first day it happened, February. So this first bar, I don't know how well y'all could see, so I'll just explain it. Because to me, it's a little fuzzy also on my side. This first bar, this first 3 bars, 1, 2, 3 is 1 day. The next 3 bars will be the next day. Each 3 bars represents 1 day of the war. The first one is February 28th, and it ends on March 8th. That makes sense. That's why I got the news on March 9th. Okay, this makes sense. So you could see how tall the yellow one is, which yellow is Iran, blue Israel, and red is America. And this is showing basically strikes. This is striking power or striking quantity, I'd rather say. First day, Iran was hot. Second day, Israel was hot. Israel was hot. Third day, fourth day, Israel hot. Fifth day, Israel's hot. Sixth day, Israel's hot. 7th day, Israel's hot. 8th day, Iran is hot. But you see, America is never hot like Iran and Israel. And throughout this process, it's dwindled down. It started hot and then it's cooling off. It's coming to a cooling off point. Not saying it's going to end. I'm saying it's cooling down, like it's not as much being sent. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's Kofa. You read my mind. They ain't diesel like that for real, for real. If they was diesel like that, they'd have handled this shit by their motherfucking self. Dog. Son, I think this is the real deal. These motherfuckers ain't no joke, bro. They already went through this shit last year. In the 12-day war. Remember the 12-day war last year? They already went through this shit. You can't type. No, your typing is trash tonight, bro. It is. My guys, stay safe. Stay smooth. Big salute. Appreciate all the support. Y'all know it's a love thing. Take care of yourself, bro. Oh, I did forward that message you asked me to forward. So I did forward that. In case you was wondering. But now Iran goes hot on 9th day. Right? I think this is the 9th. Yeah, this is the 9th day. Iran goes hot. And still, Israel is doing more than the U.S. So it looks like the U.S. ain't really fully committed to this shit, to be honest. We just up here in the 6th grade, dog. Never graduating, you hear me? Peace, my G. One love. It look like the U.S. is not committing too much. USA has never overdone it this whole time. The whole time they've never overdone it. If you're looking at this graph and this graphic, which I do believe that is true. I do believe that this is a legitimate account of things. Boom, that's out the way. We're on today's day 11. Yeah, we're on today's day 11, right? Fulfilling the minimum requirement. It looked like it, right? I'm just here so I don't get fired type shit. This is the one. This is the one I wanted to talk about a little bit. Fuck. Now I can't talk. Kofa can't type today. I can't talk today. What the fuck? A desalinization plant, right? They take seawater and take the salt out of it, pretty much, and make it usable water for the country, their boat, whatever the fuck they need it for. But these are desalinization plants. It's not a front to the U.S. Wants to open, or horrible decisions, right? Now, why he's saying this is because it makes sense. Because a plant was hit, a desalinization plant was hit. Now, what happens is, let's think about people not having fresh water to use, drinking water, cooking water, showering, right? Like that has a major effect on people's lives. I didn't dig into this too much, but I just wanted to talk about it as a framework. Let's act like this is real. Let's think about this like it is absolutely real. It's absolutely true. So now a bunch of people, and It's a plant. So it's not just applying 2 households. It's not just applying 1 neighborhood, right? It's a plant. So it's tens of thousands of people, possibly, most likely. But this is the a matrix, another graph of countries that depend on water that's not salted, right? Desalinization. Fuck. Kuwait, 90% dependent. Oman, 86% dependent. Israel, 75% dependent. Saudi, 70%. Bahrain, 60%. Qatar, 50%. UAE, 42%. Iran, 2%. All these, especially Saudi, Bahrain, and UAE, are extremely dependent on desalinization water in comparison to Iran. So why would that even be something you put on the table for people to even think about? That don't make sense to me. If we beefing, we beefing. Somebody said this looked like a desperate attempt or some shit like that. I was like, sure, but not really. Could be some destabilization tactic in there, right? Destabilize the regions. Then people that are in the country of Iran start suffering. So again, what happens is this: they rise up against the Ayatollah, them, right? So you create internal conflict amongst the walls of the nation. Smart. We'll have to wait and give us some time to actually see if that dog, right? That dog could fight. I have no clue if that dog could fight, but it seems a little off to me. That's it. Allegedly, that should happen. I think it's real though. I do think it's real. Just like I think the hospital thing with the tomahawk, I think that's legit shit because they mentioned tomahawk. The fuck, dog. Turkey just jumped into the news when today. Well, Turkey been in the news last week for what was they in the news for last week? Turkey's name came up last week for what the fuck was it? I can't remember what, but Turkey name came up last week. Now it came up this morning. I want to believe. I want to say it was this morning. Big Trump said there will be no deal with Iran except unconditional surrender. After that, and the selection of a great and acceptable leader, leaders, right? A new regime, pretty much. We and many wonderful and many very brave allies and partners will work tirelessly to bring Iran back from the brink of destruction, making it economically bigger, better, and stronger than before. Iran will have a great future. Make Iran great again. Thank you for the attention to this. Iran don't seem like they fucked off right now. It doesn't seem like Iran is really fucking hurting right now. And this is the reason. Remember, I brought this up the other day. How they decentralized when Ayatollah got knocked. They decentralized their pretty much decision making and strategy making. So now they acting they independent pockets, but they all have their marching orders. That's fucking crazy smart. But you see, Iran has witnessed the West go to war. For real, for decades. For decades upon decades, right in their neighborhood, Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, We see what happened in Libya. They have like a historical report that they could go off of. Nobody really has a historical report for real on Iran, how Iran gets down, what technology they really have right now. Right? Today's news, more of today's news. Oh, I'm not sharing that. Let me share it. We're almost done. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. I know I'm tired too. It's been a long week already. I'm running on fumes a little bit, but we're doing it. We're knocking it out. We're getting it done. We're talking. We're having the conversations about things that are important, not just to us today, but think about the future. Gas prices are already climbing. I have a lot more. When I tell you I have a fuck ton of shit in this vault, I do. But I don't want to belabor the point and beat people down with these things that these things aren't really great, funny topics, right? That's Friday night, Saturday night, right? We say fuck that week. Y'all already know the drip. But these things need to be talked about because they affect us. They are going to affect your wallet. It's going to affect your lifestyle. Your living is going to be affected. You hear me? That's why we talk about these things. We talk about these things so everybody can give their opinion and say their piece. And it's easy. It's easy, simple conversation. We had this conversation at a bar. We'll have this conversation at the lunch table in the 6th grade with Miss I gotta find a good Miss Johnson, right? Tell us to quiet down. We had this conversation. So let's just do it, get it done with, have a good time, have a good night, and let's go eat our dinner, right?
The last night when Iran killed David Bernier, head of Mossad. So David had a meeting with Netanyahu. So I am asking myself this question, or any person can ask. If David got murdered with ballistic missiles, so where is the Netanyahu? So the clear news, Netanyahu is dead. And today, the Israeli government showing a footage of Netanyahu having meeting, or that footage, or AI footage, or there is a fake Netanyahu. Netanyahu is gone.
But I think Netanyahu is not. He gonna have to say more than that, bro. Let me say. Indian Raw spies claim Netanyahu and that Mossad guy ballistic hit. Well, it'll be the same thing though. It'll be like the literal response to what happened to Ayatollah Khamenei and them. It'll be the fucking same response, right? Y'all smoked out that whole set. Not the same because his family did get fucked over. Also, apparently, his brother. Hold up. Wait. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. So apparently, his brother Edo is knocked also. And many of these things are confirmed things. But let's think about let's think about war propaganda for 2 seconds. In war propaganda, you want to control the narrative about what's going on your end. Now, if you say Netanyahu's knocked, the head of Mossad is knocked, Edo Netanyahu is also knocked, and we've taken on every day it's 200 people getting knocked off war fighters, right? You don't want to put that information out there because then the information sounds like you actually getting your ass whooped. Propagandize that shit though, you ain't gonna say nothing about it. Or if you do say something about it, or reports are coming out, what you do is you what's the fucking word? You lie about what's really going on. You don't really give out the real numbers. You don't really give out the real beat down, but you will give out the real successes of it, right? So let's say y'all did a campaign run and y'all knocked out Tehran, or they knocked out Tel Aviv, right? Or they knocked out an underground camp that they found that just had all this crazy technology in it, right? Or they find the nuclear site and they just bomb, right? They get down, right? That's information, is the information you put out there, but you won't put out the information that you actually lost 4 or 5 fighters, drones, right? You would quell the numbers. You would shift them up and lie about them. Just so simply it doesn't sound as bad as it probably is. Propaganda shit. You understand what I'm saying? But like I keep saying, take it with a grain of salt. I'm just kicking the funk with y'all about this type of shit because this is what's going on. And I don't know how much y'all pay attention, but I do know at the end of the day, y'all like my voice. Last story of the night. Oh, this is YouTube relax. There's no death in the video. It's just relax. YouTube be tweaking all the time. So I'm about to get on these motherfucking heels, you hear me? What is this? What the hell is this? Yeah, that's just wild. That video is wild. So word on the street is this: they are putting mines in the Strait of Hormuz, right? We all know, we've been there, we looked at it, we've been looking at it ever since shit popped up, right? Come on with the game call. We've been having a good show this whole. Stop fucking playing with me, G. So the Strait, apparently they mining this joint to lock it off. Mines, like real mines. But these mines are smart mines. They're not those World War One, World War 1.5 and World War II mines. These mines are smart mines. They're technologically advanced mines. They don't have to float at the surface, right, and act like a barricade. These mines could actually be submerged and they could actually come up to attack. Smart technology, new shit, new shit, right? But if Iran got all this new technology, that means they're not fucking in the Stone Ages. They're not stuck in the Stone Ages. They are actually advanced in warfare. I meant to play this damn video tonight, man. Let's make sure, right, when we close our eyes tonight, we say a prayer for the people who getting knocked off, especially the innocents, bro. I'm a bit, yeah, I get it, yeah, but they majority of these people are war fighters, right? They signed up for it, or that was their country's policy to fight for for 2 years, 4 years, join up, and then whatever. I think Learcy is the one who has that policy. I think a couple countries have that policy that you have to sign up for a minimum of 2 to 4 years or something like that, and then you could go on and live your life. What's up, Red? So yeah, they they put in, I have the article right here. Let me find the article one more time. Oh, here we go right here. See? Look at this shit. Perfecto. U.S. intelligence believes that there are indications Iran is preparing to deploy naval mines in the Straits of Hormuz, according to CBS News. How girls sleep versus how. Come on, man, grow up. Sometimes the comments just be fucked. Mines the Strait of Hormuz a few days. This is the reporter chick I told you about, Patricia Marins. She's pretty legit. She's constantly talking, giving updates, constantly putting information out there. Take it with a grain of salt, like usual, right? Do I think she's being honest and true? Yes, I think she's kind of like just looking at the things for what it is, and this is not her first trip doing this. A few days ago, I wrote that the only reason that Iran hadn't started mining the strait was because the Chinese ships that was still there coming to load oil. Then the coalition or Israel, Lirsi alone, decided to attack the Iranian territory. As a result, since Iran is no longer exporting anything by sea, they began mining the strait. This means it will likely stay closed for a long time. Iran is deploying smart mines that sit on the seabed, awaiting for ships to pass before engaging, and also floating mines. They're not using floating mines are very dangerous. Floating mines are very, 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 very dangerous, right? So they're going to use smart mines. And so while I was reading this one, say Bama then post score 85 in the game just as what? God, shit. That once you cross 80, the next number is 90, bro. For real, if you cross 50, you straight. Them are some numbers right there. So this was the next post that I seen that was about Miami. Dang, that's a motherfucker right there. That's crazy. Here goes the post. I don't know. I laughed at this at first, but such is life. We have not mined the Strait of Hormuz yet, and we do not need the Navy to do so. The Strait of Hormuz can be mined with our new rockets, and this is new technology. So I just don't know. We look at this shit. Insane shit, bro. Yeah. I'm keeping my eyes glued to it, my ears to the streets. Yeah, that's a different level, bro. That's just a different level. And tankers are so big, you easy stress, right? Tanker, like, let's be real, all tankers are fucking massive. Easy stress. I think I'm good. I think I hit yesterday. Oh, this was the other one. This was the other one right here. According to the CBS News site, and 2 U.S. officials with knowledge on the matter, the U.S. has lost 2 additional MQ-9 Reapers. Reaper, where you at? We need confirmation on your location. You hear me? The MQ-9 Reaper drones during operation against Iran. This brings the total loss MQ-9 doing to 11 drones gone. during this shit. All right. If I'm not mistaken, MQ-9s are owned by Air Force. Reaper drones are owned by Air Force, if I'm not mistaken. Train, why you know so much? I do contract work. Yo, let me go take a quick whiz, hit the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. We close out, talk a little bit of shit on the way out the room, on the way out the town square, and we'll close out for it. Now, give me 1 second, you hear me? Quick little spinny. Okay. Woo! And we bike. Yeah. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired too, bro. So I get it. Yeah, some of these got knocked out. Some Reaper drones got knocked out. 11 Reaper drones. I don't, bro. It's something like these Iranian motherfuckers got their shit together almost. Damn. Yeah, the information flowing back and forth, right? But y'all know it's a love thing, G. And I'm only here to talk to y'all because y'all my people. And we could talk about this type of shit, right? And we could be honest. Nobody wants this to be going on. Nobody wants to see troops coming home with flags draped over caskets. Nobody wants people here to be worried about their loved ones that's over there in the region. But we are here. So say a prayer for the innocent people, man, that's getting knocked off, right? Because people made decisions. Say a prayer for the war fighters that that made a decision to defend the freedoms and the rights that we most likely bitch and complain about on a daily basis, with a sense of ungratefulness. Shout out to the war fighters that came before them. Shout out to the war fighters that's going to come after these war fighters. Prayers up to them that they actually do a full tour and actually get to go back home. Shout out to the spooks that go out there and do the dirty work, man. That the work that we don't see, right? The SEAL Team 6 boys in them, right? Them boys. When I say spooks, that's what I mean. Them special guys. Shout out to them. Shout out to you, right? Shout out to you and your people and your family. And I hope that the Almighty Creator wraps you in his arms and reminds you that you are still a part of him and a part of the people that he counts, right? That he still counts you as his people, as his child, right? As his humble servant. I pray that he wraps you with comfort and warmth. And he gives you the tenacity and the will and the strength to keep pushing on and dealing with this mad world that was every single day we wake up, it's something going on, right? I pray for you and your people. To be comforted by each other, by the Almighty Creator. Even the people that really ain't fucking with him, right? I pray for y'all too, G. That he and I is him. Slim trim and I'm built to and I'm granny's baby. I'm numero uno, your humble host trend. I will never ever do the least, but I will also make sure I never overdo it and do the absolute most. Y'all know it's a love thing from here to there. Take care of yourself so you can take care of the people that surround you. Make sure you love yourself so you can love the people that surround you. In these times right now that seem so uncertain, right, that we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We have no clue. We lost and tossed in the sauce on a daily, but every day you wake up, it's some ratchet shit going on, shit flying there, shit getting knocked off here, right? I pray the spirit of resilience. I pray the prayer of comfort to you and your household. And if ain't nobody love you, dog, pull up to the town square. We got more than enough love to give, you hear me? It's not about being scared, it's about being prepared, right? And this thing in life ain't a sprint, it's a marathon. Train every day like the marathon is tomorrow. And be ready so you never have to get ready. Keep your eyesight sharp and your trigger finger steady. Yo! See y'all soon.